Okay, so let me show you. I've got another picture that I'm going to work on and edit. I already used the crop tool and kind of cropped out some excess area on this image. And then I took what I want to be the main thing, the focus of the little girls, and I have used the polygonal lasso tool. I'm going to copy right there what I have highlighted. And then I'm going to select inverse. So I'm going to select inverse. And I'm on my copy layer. Notice I made a layer and then I duplicated it. So I'm on the duplicated layer. And I thought I would have a little fun with some of the features in the filter. So I could choose, and whatever I do here, I'm applying to everything but the girls, right? So I could do something like colored pencil. And when I do that, you'll see it'll give some kind of effect here that you can choose. I'm applying a dry brush. I sometimes like that look. It's almost palette knife looking. And so do you see how it's more chunked? So if I go here, I don't know if you can even see a difference, but there it is. I like this blur, Gaussian blur. It already has some blur in it. I will tell you, you can change the radius on how blurry it's going to look. So let's say I try to blur it a little bit more. Turn this one off. And maybe you can see that it's blurred maybe a little bit in that area. You can do it again and it would blur even more. You can choose distort. And decide at what degree you want it distorted. So there's just a couple of different effects that you can choose. I don't really see much happening. Let's try something else. So I'm gonna, remember I copied the little girls? Well, I'm going to select deselect. I'm going to paste the girls right on top, and here they are, and so I can just kind of slide it down a little bit so they're right on top of themselves, right? Now I'm going to come back down to this second level, and let's see if I can apply a filter to this. Let's just look at neon. You can pick a color. I kind of like the blue. Okay, so there's the neon. Now, I'm not saying that looks good. I'm just showing that's a filter. And then when I put what I've copied back on top of it, you see I can see them. Of course, I would have done a better cutout job on top of that. Now, this doesn't look real great. So let me go back to this layer. And actually what I need to do is history this. I don't want that. Okay. Let's try. I want to try. I need to be on the layer where the girls are. And I'm going to do crosshatch. Okay. There's lots of options there that you can pick if there's something you like better. I kind of like that accented edges, but See, that is just not working. Huh. Okay, well, maybe some of your pictures will change and look a little different. One other thing that you can do, so I've got the girls on there. I can go in to this layer, and you can also do some image adjustments. So I can change the brightness and contrast levels, and that helps maybe enhance what's happening or make them stand out a little more if I wanted to change the contrast. So you can play with those numbers and see what it does. Also under image adjustments, you can do hue and saturation, which sometimes makes some changes. You could change it to be black and white, and then their color on top. And actually, if you do that, sometimes then you can change the opacity a little bit, and that makes kind of almost a sepia looking something. So here they are all highlighted in color, but the background is all black and white, which is sometimes a kind of neat effect. So you can do a variety of things. One other place that you can go into image is you can go in here under mode and change things to grayscale if you wanted to. Grayscale is different than black and white. Grayscale is made up of colors. Black and white is black and whites. So there's a little difference there. Also notice, you could go under this filter and just experiment with some of these different options. So notice there's just a variety of things that you could play with as you try to change the colors. Okay, so have some fun with that, and that's version 2.